How's going, everybody out there in the vinyl community? This is Mike coming at you, or Soldier 777, and what I want to accomplish on this video is two things. I have a trivia question to ask you, and I'm going to do a couple bands collections video underneath the letter D. But first I want to get at the trivia question, and I want to know if you can take your best stab at this. As some of you may know, I mentioned before that I'm from the province of Newfoundland, which is eastern Canada. And there's two bands, one Christian, one non-Christian, that has a Newfoundland connection. So we'll call the secular band Band A. And this band's a well-known band. You've shown it on the VCLT many times, your albums from this band. It's talked about a lot in all kinds of circles. And so anyway, there's a not the band themselves, but there is an acquaintance, a friend, or spouse, whatever, that's involved in some format with the band that's from Newfoundland originally. This person, he or she, is from the western side of Newfoundland, and this band is a multi-platinum selling hard rock band. So I wanted to see if you can take a stab at this to find out who this band is and what the connection is, and if possible, where this person is from as well, or what part of Newfoundland this person is from. I saw this band back in 2013 in concert. I've mentioned that, and so anyway, let me know what you think the answer might be. The second band is a band we'll call Band B. Is a Christian, well, is a partly Christian band. I will say that at least. There's one person in this band was in 3 different bands, and I know a couple of people, not saying who, have shown their albums in the past of one or two particular bands that this person's in, and there's Newfoundland connection with this band. Apparently, this Newfoundland connection, I know this person personally. He went. I went to school with one of the band members. I'm not sure if it is if he's currently with the band, he or she, but has been with the band off and on in the past. And I've actually lived across the road from this person in another town I was from. Which I won't say the name of that town. And this person played in this particular band. So anyway, that's Band B. And I want you to tell me, who do you think this band is? And there's this one person in that band, not one from the U.S., not one from Newfoundland, is in 3 different bands, but the 2 later bands is what that person from Newfoundland has played in. We'll put it like that. Okay, so I want to know your thoughts and see if you can guess who it is. Anyway, I'm going to get into the collections video, and so the first band I'm going to show, and by the way, the band's been showing today is not the answer to the question I'm referring to, so I feel like you know that as well. So the first band I'm going to show is a Canadian hard rock band called the Daniel Band, and as you may know, they started in 1979, and the first album came out in 1982, which is called On Rock, was produced by, I believe, Glenn Cosner of the Res Band, I believe, not mistaken. So this is a band On Rock. I know Blackmore Rules, you're a big fan of this band. So this is a Daniel Band. It's also one of my favorite bands as well, especially with a Canadian band. So it's called Daniel Band. And this is their first album coming in 1982. And I don't have the album straight ahead. What's going on with me is that I'm changing over some of my music collection, where there's been some recent reissues that's been put out by places like Boone's and Rocks, and what I'm doing, I'm selling off my inferior or lesser quality older version of those CDs and getting the better quality newer version with a better booklet and better liner notes and better mastering. So this album straight ahead, I had that album and I sold to someone I knew or someone I met here in the city. So I don't have the album straight ahead. But next album, Run From the Darkness, is also a very good album. It's one of my all-time favorite Daniel Band albums. I might be selling this, and I'm not sure, but I'm going to be getting the new Daniel Straight Ahead and Run From Darkness, the newer version of those albums. It's, I believe, put by Boone's Overstock, which came out last year. This is the Run from Darkness. This is one of my all-time favorite Damien Band albums. Actually, it's probably one of my all-time favorite albums in general. Probably is my top 10 or 20 favorite albums of all time. It's an awesome album. So there's also another album called Rise Up, which came in. Oh, by the way, the other one, Run from Darkness, came out in 1984. So next one is called Rise Up, another great album, came out in 1986. So there's another great album as well. So, and also too, this one came out with one bonus track called That's All Right. So with a bonus track. So it's a newly recorded album at the time when this came out back in 2011, but originally reached in 1986, released in that period. The other album, another one of their albums is called Running Out of Time, another good album. Which really came out in 1988, also reissued back in 2012. I'm sorry, I apologize. These two were reissued back in 2012. I apologize for that. I mean, retroactive records. So, and as you may know, these come with a pretty cool digipack as well. So it's kind of cool. So there you go. So yeah, great albums. I also got the Live in Cornerstone 2000 and Live in Cornerstone. I believe they did it back in 2001 as well. So also another great live album from the Damien Band. So next band I'm going to show is a glam band from Finland or Finlandia. The band is called Desyre. This is more of it's kind of like Bon Jovi, Poison, Warrant type of sound. The guitars aren't all that great on this album. I shouldn't say not that great. There's nothing, anyway, fantastic, mind-blowing guitar work. It's like like you get with Striper and Pelletary or Deliverance. The lead guitar plays not bad, but the rhythm's pretty good. It's called Desyre and it's called Glamtron. They're a glam band. Like I said, not too far from Bon Jovi, Warrant, Poison, that kind of stuff. So I only didn't pay very much for this. Probably $10-11 shipping included to ship it here in Canada. So yeah, I got bought off eBay. So yeah, it's pretty decent album. Not the best, but it's a decent album. Okay, the next one I'm going to show is the band Deliverance. And I'm going to go through this real quick here. So, as you may know, Deliverance is probably one of my top bands. Even though during their period, their history, there's a couple albums I'm sort of okay about. But I mean, overall, I mean, if you take their 10 or 11 or 12 albums they put out, there's probably 8 of them that I think is really good albums. Like there's 2 or 3 that sort of okay. So, or not the big fan of. And I showed this in a video there a couple of videos ago. This is their debut album, self-titled album, and I think it's probably my favorite album. I mean, it's probably one of my, like the Damien Band Run from Darkness, this is probably my top 10 or 20 favorite albums of all time. It's just an awesome album. I mean, just every song on this is awesome. I mean, like Victory, No Time, If You Will, The Call, No Love, Jehovah Jireh, Temporary Sanity. They're probably my favorite songs in the albums. Those 6, 7 songs I mentioned. But yeah, just a great, awesome album. So, and also too, this is another great album, Weapons of Our Warfare, an awesome album. Came out in 1990, and just pure thrash speed metal, just awesome. Like I said, I got hooked on these 2 albums, and I cranked this a lot back in 1991. Just awesome, incredible albums. This album here, What a Joke! I got the Happy Meal version or the burger version of this cover, and the original cover is on the inside of this. This is reissued back in 2011 with Intense who authorized Intense Million Records, and here's the inside with the original artwork. So this album got mixed reviews on this one. I think it's a great album. Kind of raw, edgy, in-your-face thrash, speed metal. My favorite songs are Prophet Idiocy, Pursuit Intellectual, What a Joke, After Forever, It's the Beat, Silent Night, Attack. They're all great tracks. And, this pure rawness. And some people like this album, some people don't. If you take it all the silly songs are only a few seconds and stick with the songs that are good, you'll have yourself a pretty decent album. So a lot of people didn't like the stupid or the silly short songs, sort of comedy songs. But I don't mind them. I mean, it's part of the album is what you get, right? So there you go. So next one is another great album, State of Execution. I got both versions. I got the original Intense Records version, came out in 1992. I also got the remix, re-enhanced State of Execution album, which came out in 2014 on Rock Productions. So yeah, so I mean, this is another great album. There's probably 2 or 3 songs. Here's the inside version. This was going to be album artwork, but they decided not to do it. I think it's inspired by Metallica Ride Lightning, but they decided to go with this one here instead. But like I said, I mean, there's 2 or 3 songs are okay, but I do like State of Execution, From Once Was, Horrendous Disc, which is a Dave Lehman's cover, Ramming Speed, and Tune, Women's of Warfare remix. This one also got an awesome, incredible remix version of Flesh and Blood, which is off of Weapons of Warfare and What a Joke. So it's this incredible, so those 2 bonus tracks been redone, not like the original version on What a Joke, but these are great, awesome remixes or re-recordings of those songs. I think if I were to pick which one I like these versions or the original version, I wouldn't be able to make up my mind because they're both great. So, but like I said, this is a pretty cool reissue of this CD. And as you know, Rox does quality work on the Deliverance and other albums that they put out. And also too, if you notice that there's a purplish or violet writing on the original, this is sort of got a green one, so kind of cool how they did change it a bit. So yeah, I mean, this is the back of it. They're pretty straightforward there. That's the new one. This is the original one. So yeah, this is like I said, the first 4 albums of Deliverance is probably my favorite, and there's other ones since then that was my favorite. Here's the Deliverance Intense Records Presents Live Volume 2 as well. So 1 second now. Yeah. So there you go. Also, we have the album Learn, which came in 1993, and I think there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 songs like this album. The rest are okay. No, more like 5 or 6 songs. The rest are okay. This is when Deliverance started going more so in industrial route. Actually, started with State of Execution, but which is this one here I showed here previously. But this one here sort of went into State of Execution sort of went into more of a industrial mode versus pure thrash speed metal. And like I said, I'm kind of iffy on that style. I believe Jimmy said at one point where if he has time back, he would have had the more industrial side of his songwriting on a different name, either solo or if there was one of the other bands, and have Deliverance stick to the thrash speed metal area of music. So yeah, this is coming in 1993 and our Intense Records. I also have the original version of River Disturbance. I like 2 or 3 songs. This and rest is okay. I think I'm going to revisit this album again at some point in the near future. Get a better idea of the album. I can't totally remember all of it. I'm going to have to give it another spin. Also, I know Retroactive's got a newer version of this album out, and I think the artwork was on by Scott Waters. I think I might sell this album and get the newer version as well. So if anybody interested, it's up for sale. And because I think the writing had the classic Deliverance logo, and I think they showed members that didn't play on the album on the inside, which the other one that's out came out recently did. So yeah, so I believe there's legal reasons why they couldn't do that. So, like for example, drummer John Knox couldn't have his face shown because I think there's legal obligation was another band at the time. So I think it was Whiteheart. So yeah, here's their 10th album, a compilation album. Came out in 1995 and shows albums up to the compilation up to album Learn, and it also has the bonus track is Rescue, which years later, as you may know, was the bonus track on this album. So yeah, I bought this before I bought this album. So yeah, it was a great. I believe we bought this at my local book Bible store, I believe. But yeah, it was a great compilation of their classics. So yeah, the next one's called Come Out Smithereens. And this is another great. Well, no, it's not great. No, I'm not a big fan of this album. Totally. This is probably my Deliverance album I like the least. It's very industrial. I do like the first track, Summer Theme, but I'm not a big fan of this album for some reason. I can't get into it. I tried to. I can't get into it. I'm just going to keep it in my collection. I know Jimmy Brown's going to be doing a new enhanced version of this album, because when they did this originally back in 94, 95, the record company gave me pressure to keep the album short. I believe the album meant to be longer, or come with a storybook and a package, and maybe some video footage of what it's supposed to be about. And I think it's about a young girl, a young girl's experience with the local church scene. I believe what's about a young girl called Lindsay. So I think that's what the theme is. I may get the more enhanced version, or I might just keep this, or may not. I'm not sure. But anyway, figure show. It's called Come Out Smithereens. I have a couple of demos from Deliverance. I have the first 4 years. I got the retroactive version of this album, and Greens of Death. There you go. I believe there's another. I believe Rox is putting out another version of this with different cover, the black and white cover. I believe on only vinyl and cassette. So I'm looking forward to getting that as well. So anyway, moving along. This is called Assimilation as well. This is one of the 3 albums or whatever I'm not a big fan of this band. I do like a couple songs in this one, probably 3 or 4 songs from this album, but this is also more of an industrial direction as well. Now, I do know Retro has the new version out recently, a remastered version, which is only a 2-page booklet. Mine has a 3-page booklet, or is it 4? One second, I'll take it out. Yeah, mine has a 3-page booklet, and mine, when I bought this, I bought the double disc with the demos and the instrumentals on this. So mine had the bonus disc on this one, which I think I'm not going to bother to get the one from Retro and keep this one because I already have this one. So I'll stick with this version I have. This also came with Retroactive Records as well, back in 2007, or maybe a couple years after. No, sorry, yeah, this originally came out in 2001, and it was redone in 2007. This is the version I have, 2007 version. Also, there is the Deliverance Live at Cornerstone, which came out in 2001 as well. So another great album that plays your classics. I also have the original version of As Above, So Below, and this comes with a 4-page booklet. This original version came out in 2007, and mine comes with a 4-page booklet. I know the new version with Retroactive have recently released only comes with a 2-page booklet. I'm going to stick to my original booklet, my original CD. Sorry, not the booklet, the CD. Because it's more of a better layout and that kind of thing. But this is more of a step into the thrashier roots. This album, I like this album. It's a pretty decent album. So it's more of a step into their weapon. If you like Weapons, if you like the debut, if you like What a Joke, this is what this is similar to. And some great thrash, speed metal type tracks in this one. Also, too, I have the original version, given 2013 of Hear What I Say, and from Frog Studio Records and Rox Records. So yeah, this is another great album. The first 2 tracks is good. I haven't listened to this in a long time. I might get the vinyl for this one. I know the new version put out by Retro has an only 2-page booklet with an extra song called I forget what it's called now, from the band Ramstein, which I'm not going to get. I might just get the vinyl for this one. When I get a chance there. This is the album I haven't listened to in a while. I need to get back to listening to some albums I'm not familiar with. This one and this one, to get more of a grasp of what the album's about. So yeah, because I've been busy and that kind of thing, I need to get back and more acquainted to the stuff I haven't heard in a while. Another great album is the Subversive Kind. I bought this back in February 2018. And it's a great thrash album. Like As Above, So Below, it goes back to the thrash roots that they're known for in the beginning. This one here, the first 2 songs is more thrashy, as Hear What I Say, but the next few songs more industrial. and maybe a little bit of speed sprinkled throughout as well. Also comes a Cool Iron Maiden cover with Where Eagles Dare, which is also a great tune. Like I said, this one here, as above, is Subversicon is a great thrash album. Also, too, I have the Rocks put out the back in 2010 the Tribute to Deliverance Temporary Sanding, and which also has some classic Deliverance songs redone by different bands, and kind of nice, neat little collection, and that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know if this is available right now. It might be a rare item to get. So there you go. 1 second, guys. I got one more. I gotta get one more. One more item. 1 second. I showed this before. I figured I'd show it to you again. This is a Deliverance Subversicon on vinyl, and with the red vinyl. So yeah, I'm very glad to have this. It's a classic. Well, not a classic, but I think this will be a classic album and be a highly prized possession in my collection and a lot of other people's collections. I've seen, and you guys have shown this before in other videos, and here's my version I have. So yeah, it's the only downfall of this album is it only has 8 songs. I wish it had more songs, but like I said, you take what you can get from Jimmy Brown. I know he's busy and that kind of thing with a lot of other commitments, and he just recently moved back to Las Vegas from Alabama, so I guess he must be quite busy with his endeavors at the moment. So yeah, so, and also I mentioned the fact that back around 2007, 2010, I thought Deliverance was done. They weren't putting out any more albums, but I'm glad it's not the case. I think Jimmy Brown will be still doing more albums from Deliverance between now and into foreseeable future. So yeah, so I guess we'll see another few years, another Deliverance album, and in the future, which I think will be probably more of a thrash direction. So yeah, so it's great. One of my favorite band, Deliverance, is still pursuing other endeavors regarding the band and other areas as well, like with Reach Your Head and that kind of thing. So yeah. So anyway, guys, it's been a long video. It's been hitting at 22 minutes. Like I said, just let me know what you thought of my video, and let me know your response. I want to thank for those who subscribed to me past week or so. I want to thank Black Star Vinyl for putting the word out there, and I want to thank those subscribed. You know who you are. And for a while there, I was hitting that 15 or 16 for a long time, and now I'm up to about 31 subscribers, which is great. That's like a full classroom full of people almost, or pretty much. So if you want to get the word out there, more subscriptions. I'm primarily into Christian music, although I do have some secular music in my collection, non-Christian music. And my next video, or maybe next one or one after, will be another collection video of some other bands underneath the letter D as well. So I'll be showing as well. So alright guys, that's all I have right now. You guys have a great day, and I'm getting at my maximum, getting close to the maximum I can have a video for 31 minutes. I'm at 23 right now, minutes. So you guys all have a great day, and all the best, and keep videos coming, and all the best, and God bless. Bye now.